Welcome back, everybody, or welcome if you are new back in the Gen 4 car. We're at good Atlanta, like the old Atlanta before they messed it all up, but have not ran the Gen 4 car in so long. I've wanted to get back to it for a while, but these races have been really long, where they always have been long, but I enjoy the longer races in them, and hopefully we can get back into our, like, fun racing ways in these things. We got Nick out here. He's the 11. We're the 13. If we do well enough, I might be able to hit 4K in this race if we could finish pretty well, but I think I'm going to have to finish probably, like, top 6 or 7 maybe to hit that, because I have to gain like 76, I think, something like that. So we'll see what we can do here. Long race. We'll see what we can do in qualifying, then try to preserve the tires the best we can for this 80-lap race. All right, let's get out here and qualify, see what we can do. For qualifying, the top seems to be the fastest for me, and then in the race, I'm mainly just going to be running the bottom, trying to save tire, just keep it nice and simple. And I'm not even going to be going like full throttle on the front stretch. Back stretch maybe, but front stretch, no. Not going full throttle through that in the race to try to keep the rear tires on it for later on. Because you can get some real long green flag runs in these things, and I absolutely love that. But we'll see what we can do here in qualifying. Hopefully we can hit a decent lap. Hopefully a low 31. If we could somehow hit the 30s, that'd be fantastic, I think. But don't know if we'll be able to get that quick. But gonna try and rip the wall up here. Don't slow down too much. Don't want to be getting on throttle too much either, because it will kick out loose from under you. Because these are like the old ARCA cars with a lot more power. Absolutely love these things. Don't hit the wall. So close. Dang it. I thought we were gonna hold that pretty well. We'll see if second lap can be quicker. 31.1. I'm happy with that, honestly. Oop. Got a little too deep into that. Wanted to kick out on me on entry. Some people might be running this right off the rip, but I'm not going to be one of those people. I'm going to try and take it nice and easy in the race. Don't hit the wall. So close. Little better on the exit there. Did not have as much speed, I feel like, on the exit though, so second lap might be a little bit better, might not. No, the 193, so ran a 147 first lap. I will take that. That's pretty solid. I'm happy with that lap. About the same time I ran in the practice before this. Just ripping the wall as hard as we can. So far we're 7th. I figured we're gonna fall back a good bit anyways, so that's okay. It's a very big field. Very long race, though, to try and gain spots, and hopefully we can stay out of the carnage in this race. All right, we're getting ready to roll off here. We fell back to 12th. That's not too bad. We're 12th out of 28 right now as car 13. I'm hoping we can get like a nice solid top 10 out of this thing. I'd be super happy with that. But it's going to be a hard one to handle. Atlanta's a tough track, the old Atlanta at least, especially in these cars. Definitely going to have to manage your tires and hopefully not burn them up too badly. Because I did like a 25-ish lap run or something, and my tires weren't terrible, but you're definitely a couple seconds or like 3 seconds off pace. So it is gonna be tough. These cars are always about trying to save tires, and if you can get a long run, usually you can. You only got 2 sets of tires in these things also, so gotta manage them if you do get cautions. But I don't want to be in too low of a gear starting out.
Hey, don't mess with my car.
Don't want to spin the tires on the start or anything. Just going to be in second gear, take it nice and easy. See what we can do here. I don't really
did that. I disconnected.
Don't really want to be on the outside here, especially early on, because I want to try and get down to the bottom and save tires. Let other people rip the top if they want. Try to pull away. I'll hopefully see them in like 20 laps or so if we don't get cautions. But I like these old cars too, just because you see some great paint schemes, like old school paint schemes in them too, which is awesome. I absolutely love it. And we're going. Don't spin tires. I definitely have done that. Oh, that guy is doing it. And they're hitting from behind. We can get down to the bottom. That guy is going down low under us. I'll just let him have it. Not trying to push it early.
Penalty right before the freaking first turn.
We have a 4X already. That's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Long race. We'll settle in. We don't have any damage. No, we're good. Because I think the 15 tapped us from behind. Luckily, that didn't spin us out because you can't really bump drafting these things at all. You really don't want to get your front end under their rear end because they'll just spin them out.
Still there. 20,
I'm going to be very slow on the front stretch compared to a lot of people because I'm going to like try to like 3/4 throttle or 7/8 throttle it, something like that. Backstretch, I can get more on throttle and I don't have to worry about too much, but want to... Oh, somebody up here is pitting, I think, so I'm going to try and stay high just in case that is somebody down here. Yep, it's that old Bill Elliott looking car, I figured. But yeah, I'm going to be slow on the front stretch trying to save my rear tires. Because that's a big thing in these cars sometimes. Like Richmond, you do not want to go like full throttle ever. And you will save so much tire on the long run. It's great. This guy is going to look low on us. That is fine. You go for it, bud.
Still there.
I'm not trying to really get a ton of side-by-side racing at the moment. Because through the quad oval, you can start getting real loose very easily. So I'm going to try and manage that the best that we can by not going full throttle. 6 cars behind us. Maybe he didn't qualify, or he didn't qualify well at least. I don't know. He's taking a look to the inside now. We're just taking it easy like we want to, whether or not we're getting past on the inside or outside. Still driving it the same. Yeah, the 6 car seems to be doing similar things to me on the front stretch. He might not be taking it as easy. But yeah, that Gordon car was up in like 4th or something, like 4th or 6th. He started somewhere towards the front on the outside lane. Luckily, he was on the outside lane, not the inside lane, when he spun his tires, and it could have been a huge mess if he was on the inside. Luckily, everybody checked up pretty well. That one Bill Elliott car did get a black flag for passing before the start finish, but that's not even like his fault. That's just unfortunate for him. Like if somebody spins their tires and gets out into the wall, I feel like you shouldn't get that black flag. You should be able to just get by them, because if you don't go by them, you're all wrecking anyways. So it's unfortunate what happened there. But I definitely have done that in the past in these cars, is spin my tires on a restart. I remember doing it at Darlington when I last ran this series with Gavin. I don't know if it was in our... I think it was in an actual official race, because I remember we did a Gen 4 league. It was just me and him versus the AI. Like the 03 cars, 03, 04, something like that. Back then, we made the rosters and everything. Well, we found a roster, at least. Then we would set the skill rating of them and everything. That was a ton of fun. But I think it was an actual official race. I started pretty far towards the front. I think it was like top 8 or so, maybe top 4. And spun the tires, hit the outside wall in the restart, just like that Gordon car did right there. But Darlington's a lot skinnier, so it got very sketchy. No wreck or anything happened, just I got out into the wall like that and just let a ton of people by. Lost so many positions right off the green flag. It was very sad. But we can go like 40 something laps on fuel, so you can go just over halfway on fuel. So I want to try and split this thing down the middle, or pit just before halfway, honestly, because you can go a little bit further than 40. So maybe pit like a lap or 2 early, try to get the jump on some people on tires for a lap or 2. Some other people might have that same idea in here, honestly. I'm really loose there. Oh, I thought that guy was going to shoot to my inside, but he was trying to like go up behind me, get to my outside or something. He should have just shot inside, because I was like getting really loose trying to walk the car up the track. We're sitting 14th though, not terrible. We lost 2 spots since the beginning overall. That's not too bad. I'm happy with how we're doing so far. Sticking with these guys pretty well up here. Guy behind me lost a bunch of time. The car is even further back of losing time, but they could be like really saving their tires or something, like a ton for the long run. That's a good possibility. I've got my steering ratio to 12-1 just because like that's what I like to run. They default you down to 10-1, and I like to have a little bit slower, more control over it. These cars you can go to like 14 to 16 pretty easy, and It could help you be smooth as well, but I like 12 to 1, just personal preference. I moved my brake bias down to 60, which is the lowest you can go to as well. Didn't mess with the steering offset. I think it's at like -4 default, and I just kept that there. So just trying to be as smooth as we can, basically. This old Jamie Mack car in front of us, the Crown Royal car. That was always a nice looking scheme to me.
32.5.
I think he was, what, the number 26 in that purple car? So he almost got that number dead on. That would have been pretty cool to see. Yeah, some of those cars a few back are starting to make more of a push now, catching up a few tenths. I definitely recognize some names in here that are quite quick. I know Nick didn't qualify. Hopefully he didn't get completely screwed over there on the start or anything. That would have been unfortunate for him. Because it did check up very badly on the outside. But I know at some point in this race, I'm probably going to start sweating in it with getting a long green flag run and stuff like that. I'm like white knuckling the steering wheel so hard and everything. Trying to not spin out this car and be very careful on throttle. I'm waiting to see some people start getting really loose on the front stretch, just pushing their car this whole time. Maybe in like 5 laps or so, we'll start seeing that more. The possibility. So I know if you go full throttle through that quad oval, it's gonna really want to step out on you and stuff. 28th place working their way forward. They're a lap down from the very beginning. Maybe they went and got fresh tires or something, or like they're multi-laps down with fresher tires, so they're like blowing by people now. Oh, they're getting sketchy going in turn 1. That was a little scary. I think it was the outside car saying that. They're starting to pull away from me right now also. But we're playing the long game. That's my thing. I love the long races, so you can try to manage your tires and you can get a better feel of the car over a real long run and race like this anyways. I really enjoy it. Like, I don't necessarily like the next gen cup car, but I really like doing the NIS races just for that reason. Like, they're a longer race, you can kind of manage your stuff. And like Kansas this past week wasn't much managing at all. Like, you kind of just ripped the top, it didn't matter. But most tracks you can kind of manage your stuff and make it work later on a little bit better. But you can get a better feel of the car on a long run and long race like that in general. So I really enjoy like the long green flag run races and stuff like that. Definitely is wanting to kick out on me going through the quad ovals. It's scary. This guy's ripping the top. I feel like would be burning up their tires more, but honestly I don't know. If they can keep the car straight and not get too loose or anything and keep up that speed, then good on them. I feel like I'm just gonna kill my car up there. I'm trying to do it like Kevin Harvick used to back in the day, just ride that white line, hook it as best you can, and get around it. Oh, Nick's out? Okay, yeah, he got screwed in the beginning of the race then. Damn, that sucks. Hate to see that. Like the one guy I actually knew in the race. I recognize a few of the other names, but I haven't raced with them in quite some time. Since like some of the old Gen 4 days, like the 7 car that's two back, I definitely recognize his name. Ran with him in the past for sure. But I don't know a ton of people's names in here. Car behind me is absolutely moving right now. He gets a good enough run and wants to go to the inside or outside. Have at it. I will give it to him. Not going to really battle too hard. Got a couple people that have left so far, so we're not going to finish dead last at least. That's a positive. That is one big positive at least. I want to get up to that top 10 sooner or later. But new tires are going to be like 2 or 3 seconds faster than these old tires whenever we do go to pit. It's going to be absolutely crazy. Going down here on the flat definitely wants to get you really loose. Very sketchy. He wants to go and rip that outside. You have at it. Oh boy. I'm like almost halfway to pitting now. Because how much fuel do we have left? 26 right now? Yeah, we're plenty good on fuel. I'm not going to try and play the long game. I'm going to try to do the short game in that. Like, honestly, I feel like if you go at like 36, 37, some people might wait it out like 10 more laps or something like that, which they easily could with the amount of fuel, but you're just going to lose so much time if it does stay green for that green flag stop. And then they'll get some of it back, but they won't get as much back as the first few people that pit if it stays green. That's going to be the big thing, is just when everybody's going to start pitting. I wouldn't be 100% shocked if people tried to split it in threes, but it's kind of too late for that now. Actually, no, not really. If you do 25 or like about 28 or so, something like that, try to split it up in thirds, but I definitely don't think that's worth it at all. I think the time loss going to pit is too big for that. But I'd rather gain a few seconds a lap in the very beginning and lose up a lot less than that towards the back end of the run. Try to gain as much as you can in the beginning of the fresh tires. It'll be really nice. I am pretty shocked that not seeing a whole bunch of sliding around and everything, but people are taking it very easy, being very, very smart, which I kind of expect in these races. People that are in these and the top split like this and stuff know what they're doing. They know how to handle this car and everything like that, so everybody's being super smart about it. I remember running these with Gavin. It came down to like fuel mileage at Charlotte. Oh, that was a blast. And these are on auto fuel right now. I low-key want to change that just to get full fuel.
33.256.
Just in case you get like a green, white checkered or something at the end, but we'll pit for tires if that ends up happening anyway, so may not be needed. Boy, getting loose there. I might just keep the auto fuel on anyways, because I don't really want to try and take my hands off the wheel to fix that. That's a later problem anyways, not a right now problem. Keeping up with the 8 pretty well that got in front of us, that Oreo Dale Jr. scheme. It's a very good scheme. I have that thing in a die cast. It's really nice looking. I enjoy that car. When he would go back, and I think he ran like Xfinity or Busch back then in that car. He ran it in the 8 and I think the 3, I want to say. I have it in the 8. I don't know if he ever ran it as an actual Cup car though. I definitely remember it as a Busch car. Overshooting turn 3 there a good bit. But hey, we're already 25 laps down in this thing. Oh, the 8 car is about losing it. You can see the fatigue starting to set in these cars. Just trying to drive them so hard and how on edge these things are. These cars are so good. I can't wait for the updated body on these things. They're going to be sick. I don't know if it's going to be next season or not, but I definitely want to run a full season of these again, especially if they do get a new body on them. I feel like I'm somewhat catching this whole group up here. Visually, it looks like that, but maybe that was just an optical illusion going into that corner and stuff, potentially. Yeah, this 8 car is starting to dance around on the front stretch a good bit. Seems like the tires have kind of died out at like 2-something seconds, about a little over 2 seconds off the pace from qualifying. The tires kind of died out there on them. Somebody's going way below the white going into the corner. It's a little sketchy, but they're fine. Doesn't look like anybody's doing this things in thirds. They'd be pitting like right around now, if not like in a lap or two, but I just don't think that's the strat at all. It wouldn't make any sense to me, at least, time-wise. I don't think you'll gain enough on the fresh tires and stuff. They're starting to get a little sketchy with their slide jobs and stuff on each other. We're catching back up to the Oreo car here. Want to try and get around him on this low side if we can. He got by us on that high side earlier while we're just running the low line, and if we can get back by him on the low side, show the tires are definitely playing a factor. Don't want to get too much on that flat down there though, because it is sketchy. I definitely feel much better in 1 and 2 than I do in 3 and 4. I don't know what it is. 1 and 2 is just a lot easier to get off the corner to me. Oop, 8 cars losing it a little bit. He's all good though. He goosed it a little bit on the exit there. Definitely starting to drive a little harder now than what we were earlier. Not throttle wise, but like just aggressiveness wise in the corner.
4, 8, clear.
It was definitely still running like same lap times that we have been. Just trying to be a little bit more aggressive on throttle through the corner. Do have the 14s starting to catch us now with us battling a little bit. Because I feel like I'm a little bit faster than his 8 car. It's just this front stretch, trying to go by him on the low side is not the best. Oh, he's getting the wall a little bit there on the exit. Trying to get out of that flat, and I got a little loose there. Trying to take a different line on that front stretch because I was already on the low side a little bit. The arrow's not really gonna affect me much in these cars. The back car kind of has the advantage with the arrow and stuff. If I get close to him, I might get him loose. Still trying to work this bottom on him though. Not really gonna give that up.
I'll run the top.
14's not catching us anymore at the moment. He's still 1.1 back. I just gotta hope the Oreo car doesn't get loose right in front of us or something when we start getting tight to him like this. Oh boy, if your car starts to like weave back and forth on the straightaway also, just let off the gas a little bit, you'll be fine. Missed the corner on the bottom a little, just kind of run middle then. That'll be okay for this corner. I'm not as good in the middle as some of these guys are that have been running it. I really enjoy my bottom.
0.4, 5, 2.
What are we at, 33? I might pit somewhat soon.
Take it.
I might pit in the next like 4 laps or something. Because everybody's pretty spread out and I can make up some huge time on people if I can hit my pit stop just right. Because I really love green flag pitting too. Like, it is a ton of fun to me. I can start braking and getting on the apron like just in the middle of all those billboards on the 3 and 4.
33.
So maybe I don't really want to pass this 8 car because I don't want him to be right on my ass as I come to pit either. And I don't want it to get ran over that way. But he's still running good times to where I'm not getting by him anyways at the moment. He is getting very loose though. But I know I could take advantage of some fresh tires. It'd be massive if I could do so and make it pay off. Because I feel like we can gain so many spots. Because everybody's pretty tight still up here. Like, nobody's super far away from one another. We're all still very, very close. I'm just wondering what the leaders are thinking out front. Got on throttle a little early on that one. That 15 car up here is starting to fall back a little. We do have a lapper starting to come up. He might have already pitted, actually. Might be the deal. So I may want to be pitting here soon. What are we on, 36? Maybe not this lap, but the next lap when I pit. Because some people are going to come about halfway probably. Actually, I'm coming this lap. Coming this lap. Oh, I could have gone so much harder into the pits. Don't want to spin it out though. I could have been so much more aggressive into the pit lane. Kind of disappointed in myself on that pit entry, but better be safe than sorry, I guess. Because I tried to practice a green flag pit stop once or twice in practice before this. But I want to see if I can make up a lot of time here. If we get screwed by a caution, it's going to really suck, but it is what it is. It's worth the gamble. Worth the gamble here. Try not to spin out on exit. Try to maximize our speed through 1 and 2 as well, the best that we can.
We were running the tires.
Yeah, we got one more set. But now we got completely fresh tires, and we're going to be like 2-3 seconds faster than the field right now, which is going to be massive. And that's without like fully pushing it too. We'll still be like 2 or 3 seconds faster than everybody else. So we were like 15th as we came into the pits. We'll have to see once the pit cycle goes around where we end up at. A lot of times I like to kind of wait out the pit cycle and see if somebody spins out coming in the pit road. But a lot of times it doesn't pay off. Sometimes it does. It's a very 50-50 game to play. But this one I just felt like we were right behind so many people. I need to see where this guy's going. He's going top, okay. We were just right behind so many people. I can make up so much time on them if they stay out 2-3 laps and then pit. I just need to not kill my own stuff here, because we can make up a good bit of time.
31.517.
That was our fastest lap of the race. Not super fast by any means. It was like 4:10 slower than 4:10 slower than qualifying still, but we're not trying to put down qualifying laps because we're still trying to save tire at the same time. Run the bottom, save tire. Oh, he's going from the top down to the bottom. That's sketchy. The 24 did announce he was pitting, but I would have expected him to be on the bottom. I wasn't looking down at my relative at the time. 31.4. We jumped the 18, it looks like, because I think we were behind him. I think he was one of the cars we were behind.
Outside.
There's going to be a lot of people pitting right around now, though.
Clear.
So got to be a little careful on the 3 and 4 here. I'm just going to kind of run higher and bide our time if anybody is pitting. And now these guys are too wide, which is very sketchy. We have so much more speed than them, but we got to be careful.
31.8.
Can't just go like blowing through them or anything. If they're going to leave a lane open, I'm going to take it.
Outside one. Still they're clear.
And we get by them just fine. He's staying low, so I appreciate that. 60 or 46, 68, yikes. I don't know what my tires were. I have not looked by any means. I need to get out of this traffic. That guy just pitted in the middle of all that. 61.76. Definitely saved our tires a lot better than that guy. I don't know where that guy was on track, though. That's the only difference. And now we're going to clear that whole pack.
Taking the lead. Clear.
Big stuff.
You're coming. Catching him, brother. Go get him.
Not really trying to push it too hard, but we're definitely making up a lot of time on these guys. But now, by the time some of these guys pit, they'll be gaining a second or so on me a lap for a little bit until tires start to even out. So I just need to be careful on that and not kill our tires too much. We're jumping the 15 in the pits that I know was like 2 ahead of us or something. And we're going to be way ahead of him because he was still in pit road as we passed him for a position. Oh, and there's a caution. That's not what we needed. Where is he going? He went down. Okay. That is not what we needed. That was 3rd and 2nd place. Rough. Oh, we're the first car a lap down. Did we just get saved? Did we just get saved right there? That could be huge. We can get the lucky dog, potentially. I don't know if we actually still were the first car lap down, but yeah, we're the lucky dog candidate. So we're going to get back on the lead lap. We're going to be in the back. It is what it is there. I might just pit and get fuel only because I'm not going to take my other set of tires yet. But just get like a gallon or 3 of fuel when we go around. And I'll be good on fuel for the rest of the race. But don't want to take those tires yet by any means. We have only been out here not that long, but that definitely is going to hurt us. And then there's going to be more guys a lap down behind us right now, which is good. And we're up to 17th. There is somebody else a lap down up here. It says lucky dog candidate for me, though. So maybe at time of caution we got lucky, and this guy's going to stay out to get his lucky dog. I don't know. Because other people are definitely going to have to stay out to get the lucky dog. Am I going to get it right here? Let's see when we get to the line. We're to the green. We are getting the lucky dog. So we're going to be the lucky dog. I'm going to go get fuel, and we'll get back out here for the restart. All right, we're on 1 to green, catching the field here, but I also gotta let some people by. I don't know how many, because I came in, got my fuel. We're in 12th right now, which is pretty good, but I need to wait for some guys to get by us, which is unfortunate right here before the start finish. I don't want to get a black flag or anything. 12 car, you're gonna have to go on by. Am I gonna have to let anybody else by? I have to let the 4. Where's the 4 car? No, okay, we're good. We're behind the 12.
Should be starting behind the 12.
This is the 15 car. He's on the outside. Where are we going, guys? I need to get... I could be behind the 12, but the 25's in the way. Restarts are all jacked up and stuff. Don't want to spin the tires back here because we're on older tires for sure. Take them nice and easy. Some guys kind of Kyle Busch in the start there. Just let him go. I'm not going to try to block it or anything. We're definitely on a little bit older tires than some of these guys, so I got to be careful about that. I definitely saved my tires a ton more than some of the guys that pitted. They were all saying their tires were in the 40s, 50s. One guy said they're at like 28 or something like that, which is absolutely crazy. This 15's a lap down, so he's just driving a lap down. He's gonna go hard for it. You guys go for it. I'm probably on older tires than some of these guys back here, which is okay. I think they might have some damage too from a wreck or potential other things. Oh, somebody's about to lose it up there. But I don't want to caution for a little while, kind of. Like, it wouldn't be the worst thing, but it wouldn't be the best thing by any means, because I only got one set of everybody pretty much has one set of tires, but I'm in a different position than some of them that just pitted when the caution came out. But if a caution does come out, I low-key want to pit and get fresh tires. Why are you trying to go 3 wide here, bud? Bad ideas. Because the outside guy is not going to know until the last second that we're 3 wide probably. And we're still going to be 3 wide off of turn 2 here. Okay, now we're good. 2 wide. Because these guys are just going super hard on these fresh tires and stuff. And I'm a little slower on the older tires. Trying to do what I was doing in the first run. We definitely were going to net gain out of that strategy, but the caution did hit us right at the wrong time, unfortunately. But it is what it is. They look like they're all about to wreck right in front of me anyways. It's very sketchy. We're definitely falling back a lot because we're on these older tires right now. That guy out in the wall, he's getting off the wall. Wasn't sure if he was going to pull really hard off the wall or anything, so I had to be careful about that. But once it starts getting more down the crunch time, I feel like these guys are going to be sending it more. And there's a big group of cars in front of us. But a caution comes out, I'm probably going to go take tires. Because tires mean so much here. It's kind of crazy. Got lap cars behind me now, so I'm not too worried about them, but they might be a little faster still on fresher tires right now. Some people could have used both their sets if they pitted earlier than I did, or if like they just pitted and then had damage, accidentally took them again. If they came into the pits, that's a possibility. Definitely a possibility that some people took their second sets. You never know. They're not paying too much attention. But right now, the strategy has bit me in the butt at the moment. We have our tires checked because we did come down pit road and it automatically rechecks them when you leave pit road, so I'm happy about that. But yeah, being like, I think I was on the track for like maybe 5 laps or so, 5-6 laps before that caution came out. So that definitely hurt my tires a good bit. I was already like a second off pace from what we were when we first came out. About a second off. We're still about a second off right now, so they slowly fall off and stuff like that. But maybe I could push my tires harder than I was on that first run and be okay. Because I did save them a lot more than some other people. Oh, I'm getting loose there. I don't want to come down on the 12 car. Because I was going harder on that front stretch right there. I think that's why people were killing their tires more too, was just full throttling it so much more on the front stretch potentially. But I do think if a caution comes out, almost anybody might come and take tires. because it might be the last caution. You never know. We do get some good green flag runs in these things.
Inside.
12 cars going to our inside. Open. There's going to be the wreck. We're going to back off. Please don't run me over. Go low, go low. We're good. We're going to miss it all. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Wanted that to happen. That was good timing, and we were plenty far away from it, so I'm very happy about that. We're going to come down, get our tires next time by when the pits open, and we'll be good to go to the end here.
1 to go.
All right, we're on 1 to green here. I think we're back in about 20th or so still, because I was so far off the entire field trying to let a car that was in that wreck by before he got to the pits, so we didn't get a black flag. I wish he just would have reset. That would have been really nice. Oh, actually, we're in 15th, probably 14th maybe? I don't know. We're up here somehow. We gained spots out of that whole thing. But about 20 laps to go. It's just going to be a sprint here to the end and away after that whole first run. So you want to save your tires a little bit, but I think you could push it pretty hard this entire run. I'm not going to try and like really take it too easy for the most part, but definitely don't want to spin our tires here. That would be not well. And hopefully we can have a good race. I don't know if anybody stayed out. I think the 19, no, the 19's right in front of us. I don't know. If somebody stayed out, it's going to be hectic up there because we're going to be a lot faster than they are, and it's going to be scary traffic, but they could be banking on another caution and then getting their tires and being faster than us at the end. But I don't know. I don't know if it's going to work out for them if anybody did stay out, because I think a couple guys might have towards the front of this thing. It's going to be very interesting. The 10, 6, 2, 1, they're all up front. So actually, maybe nobody did. I don't know. Try not to spin tires. We had a pretty good start. Oh, that guy. That guy spun his tires trying to shift, and that made us all lift up here. Or at least me and the guy in front of me. The yellow car. We're going to see if we can try to make up some positions, though. We're in 12th, it says. Let's go. He's coming on down. The top's definitely going to be the faster lane, but I still want to save tires a little bit, but I want to send it a little harder overall. Try and get up into that top 10 position if we can. Yeah, he sent it super hard on entry and then had a break mid-corner. Yeah, people are sending it on the outside in 1 and 2, which probably it seems like it's working. A lot of guys getting the wall though on exit. A little sketchy up there. See if we could use this outside lane, try to get by this yellow car. Don't want to get on throttle too hard there. Still fresh tires right now, can kind of push it harder. Got by 1. But it's a lot shorter of a sprint here to the end, so I'm just kind of trying to get the positions while we can. If we do burn up our tires a little bit too much, then so be it. We're trying to gain some spots here. But I don't want to lose the car myself trying to make a pass either. I'm going to still be conscious about my throttle control. That was faster than my qualifying time there by like 300ths. Ooh, good bottom right there. I got on throttle really nice. Got a little bit too much on throttle on the exit though. I had a really good center corner. I really liked that. 22 behind me now. I think he was more towards the front earlier. He is really sending it right now. He might have gotten like stuck a lap down or something like that, unfortunately.
Still there.
Trying to send it on this outside. Okay, I'm killing my right front right there. That guy is getting super loose. That Jamie Mack car.
Still there.
Try to run a little middle here. Yeah, he went super low.
Clear.
See if I can hold his outside. No, he had a really good 3 and 4 on that bottom. Try to keep that momentum though. That 1 and 2 we were really quick, but I was killing my right front there. Try to run more middle here, see if we can get that speed on the 24 and maybe get under the 23, but 23 had a really good 1 and 2 right there. Some good racing in the Gen 4s though, I'll tell you what. 22's getting to my outside now.
Clear.
Good exit for us. 23 had to lift the slightest bit, I think. Got 15 to go.
25, 6, 1.
And if, oh god, if we do have a caution, like nobody has extra tires, I think. So the restart's gonna be super gnarly, spinning tires and everything. That's gonna be scary as hell.
Clear outside.
I got all these super low numbers around me, but they're all super clean and fast. Like, this is really fun. They're running super tight up there, though. I don't really want to get 3 wide, but at the same time, I'll take it if I can.
31.867. Deleted. Did a 31.
Somebody's off pace up here.
3, 4.
I think it might be like the 8 or 9, something like that. Oh, getting loose. Oh, that guy got the wall on my outside. 22 got really sketchy there. Oh, I overshot that really badly.
Clear high.
We're okay. Good exit though.
31.9.
Got that spot back at least. Really trying to set this car on the right rear through these corners.
I don't think.
Getting, oh no, this guy's a lap down. That's what it is. That's why he's so off pace. It is the 9 car, but he's off pace because he's a lap down and stuff. So try to get by him as easy as possible. He has been running that top side. So hopefully we can get by him just fine. 22 behind me had a pretty good run from that top side.
29.71.
Okay, 9 went back to the top.
Outside.
Good 1 and 2. I'm getting tight though. Dang it.
Still out there.
I don't know what happened there, why I got so tight. That was awkward. Get back to the outside here, so I'm not right on that guy's door. They're trying to go 3 wide. This is sketchy with that 24.
Still there.
It's all 4 position too right here.
Go inside.
That lap car though is in a bad position for all of us. I'm trying not to get stuck behind him in a corner.
In and out. Still there. Outside.
Trying to get by the lap car. He's definitely not making it easy, I'll tell you that. He was very off pace for a few laps, and then as soon as I caught him, it was hell to pass him. Luckily got by it without any issues with him at least. That was good. It was just a very sketchy pass that we had to do. We were like 3 wide and stuff with them. Good racing though. Everybody's keeping it clean and aware of their surroundings, which is really nice. I need to get that outside better. This 4 car is very fast behind me because he qualified towards the front, but he's the one that spun his tires right off the start of the race. So he's been like behind the 8 ball since the beginning. Got less than 10 laps to go here though. We're in 12th, right where we started, honestly. It's not terrible. We're the 13 car. We do got some really low numbers right in front of us. I just need to try to use the hell out of the tires. See if we can go forward. Because I saved them so hard in our first run. I know I probably save them more than other people. Get this thing on that right rear. Feel like we're doing a pretty good job of it overall. Besides a couple corners where I know I was killing the right front.
32.385. Deleted. Did a 32.565. Outside.
Need to not push up on him.
Top 2 has taken the lead. Still outside.
Definitely feel like we got some good speed though.
Clear high.
Thought he was gonna pull all the way down, but he ended up not. The big bump there in the middle of 3 and 4. Trying to give him room because I don't know if he's actually right there or we're clear of him. It's very sketchy. Got on the right rear a little too much. The guy behind us got the wall though. It's gonna allow us to move back up. We're still in 12th. This is some hard racing that everybody's doing, man. This is awesome. This is just such a fantastic combo. I love it. Strategy could have came a good part of this race, but it kind of backfired on me a little bit, but it's okay. We did pretty damn good overall with what was given to us. Getting the lucky dog and stuff like that. Oh, he's losing it. He's in the wall. We're up to 11th. Try to get up to 10th if we can pass the 22 here. They didn't make any contact. He just got really loose on the exit there. It was very sketchy. Would a pass on the outside get tubbed? Trying to drive it in real hard. Get on the brakes, get this thing to rotate with the throttle.
Really good job, man.
We're up to 10th though, let's go. Got 5 laps to go right now. See if we can try to catch this 23 up here in this Jamie Mack car. We've been around him a lot today. We both kind of gained out of this race from where we were running earlier.
32.797.
But this will be a fairly simple race to edit, because there will be only, what, 1 caution? 2 cautions? I think 2 cautions. And they're relatively close to each other. A lot of green flag racing, which is awesome here. Old Atlanta is fantastic. The Gen 4 cars are fantastic. I really want to run more of these. I might, depending on the tracks they're at, I might run more of this the rest of the season. There's only a few weeks left. And then I don't know if the new season we're going to get the new ARCA car or not. And I know Gavin wants to run a season in the new body and stuff whenever that happens. I need to freaking lock in and hold these guys off though.
All clear.
22's been really good right behind us. 3 and 4 I am doing phenomenal right there. 1 and 2 is where I'm struggling to them.
Let's go.
That 3 and 4 is really good. 2 to go though.
32.98.
Because maybe the middle's not the play.
96.
Maybe it's super low or super top, but I'm really trying to make this middle line work. So I'm not super close to the wall and I don't kill it or just mess up and get loose off the bottom and stuff. 23's trying to move down low now after I've been slowly catching him when him running the top side 3 and 4. He actually made a really good line there. 3 and 4. Got to hold this off for 1 more lap though, get this top 10.
33.018.
Maybe somebody will wreck also in front of us on this last lap, who knows? Trying to push it. Just let it not be us. Good enough exit. The 22 is not going to get to our inside. Hold this middle lane here, where we've been running really well at. And we're going to come home 10th in this thing. Hell yeah. A long ass race, but I'm super happy about that one. That was awesome. The 2 car ends up winning it. Good race to them up front. Some really low numbers right in front of us too, right around us. So they're going to gain a lot of I rating out of that. I'm hoping that we can gain enough to hit a 4K, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I think we're going to gain like 30 or so potentially, not 76 that I need. But man, that was a fantastic race. I really enjoyed that. It's solid top 10 too. I'm not even sweating from that race either. It was just a good, solid battle. Very happy with how we did. Didn't ever wreck the car. Did the best we could for that entire race. I got some people were talking. I had it muted the entire last run, but that's okay. What were our tires at the end of that thing too? 76, 86? Yeah, I was trying to push it hard, but not enough, I guess. But we'll go back, see the incidents that did happen in the beginning, because this guy from 4th place spun his tires right there, went straight out into the wall. The 9 car ended up getting a penalty, unfortunately. And then it got super sketchy here. Okay, hang on, where am I? Oh, this is Nick way back here. Oh, the 21 coming across, and he just gets ran over. The other guy behind him did not lift whatsoever. That is unfortunate, and I cannot click off of that anymore. What is going... Oh, that's why. I'm stupid. That's why. What even happened there? I want to see the car behind him, like, why didn't he lift or anything? Because he is just coming with a full steam ahead. He already saw the 1 car out there in the wall, like, last second. And then you should see the guy coming back across and just didn't lift the brake in time. Got Nebon there, and that absolutely kills him. I'm shocked there was no caution for that. That is crazy. because we were almost dead in that thing from the 15 here. It was very sketchy because the 15 almost did the same thing, but he lifted just enough to where it clipped me in the rear, but he got hit in the rear pretty hard by the Jamie Matt car, I believe. Because I start to lift a little bit because of that, because I don't know how many people are going to start lifting, but he barely clips me. Anyway, he comes down right into the 21. That's what causes that bottom wreck, actually. Oh, okay. So that's how the 21 ended up dying, because the 15 got the back of me and tried to shoot inside and got slowed up from all that. So that's unfortunate. And then I don't know what happened with that first caution. It was second and third place. That's all I know. I don't know anything else besides it was second and third. Some guys scraping the wall up here. This is lap 16. Lap 15, people are sliding up, hitting the wall and stuff. So that's going to be happening a whole bunch. I just want to see when people start pitting. The one car getting the wall pretty hard there. He was out in the lead. This is lap 22. Pushing it too hard, getting out, getting the wall. I'm just happy we had a clean race. We did end up with a 4X from that very beginning wreck on lap 1 from everything that happened. But overall, we had a very clean race. Had a solid green flag stop. 16 trying to make it 3 wide where he should have just backed off a little bit more and stayed behind him, but he smacked the wall, but he's fine overall. 15 getting the wall pretty hard there. Everybody's starting to get out of line right now. It's lap 27. Long run on these tires and all that. I just want to see when this wreck happened with these front guys mainly. Sounds like there's a faster car approaching. Yeah, this is the 21 going a lap down. I don't know if he smacked the wall or whatnot. He's up in the wall pretty hard right there going into 3. Got the old Rusty Wallace paint scheme out there. Love to see it. And then right around here, it was like in 5 laps or so because I ended up hitting the pits. I could have done a lot better on my pit stop, but we still ended up in the lucky dog spot just in time, I guess, which was perfect. These guys racing hard. The 22, I knew he was up front further earlier in the race. He's going to get the wall here or something. Maybe net-coated with the wall. I'm not sure. This is 4th place, getting the wall a little bit. Oh, very sketchy. Nailing the wall there on the front stretch pretty hard. And then the 16's getting caught by the 74 here. He ends up a lap down later in the race. So maybe he was in that wreck. I don't know. This is lap 41. It's getting very close to the time of this wreck because I just flew on by these guys right there. You can see me going on by. And then this actually might be the people that end up wrecking up here. The 2nd place car, which I think he just took the lead from that because of the pit stops and stuff. That was a sketchy pit. And then he ends up spinning it into the pits also. Wow. Where was this caution? It was right around here. I know for a fact. Where was it? Because it was 2nd and 3rd place. That's all I know. I think it was those two right up here. Oh, this is what happens. Right there, the 3 car trying to rip the wall on 44 lap old tires, gets the wall, bounces off it just enough into the front of the 4. You can see the 1 car tried to check up in time, just barely clipped him, and it spun him right around. The 1 car's trying to save it. Does he get clipped at all? And then the caution comes out then already at that point, I believe. So I don't know if anybody else ended up in that wreck. It might have been the other wreck. They actually ended up pretty fine after all that, honestly. They ended up pretty good out of that entire thing. The 3 car is still way up here, and then he gets clipped by the 8 car. Oh my goodness, that was sketchy as hell. Because it looked like the 8 car just didn't go low. The 3 car is going to run middle, and then they had the whole bottom lane, and just the 8 car didn't go down until after he clipped him. And he's lucky they didn't die right there. That was very sketchy. I don't know where the... Oh, that's the wreck. That's why the 22 ended up behind us. The 8 car just completely misjudged that quad oval there and just took out the 22. It doesn't look intentional. It just like he got that bottom and it pushed him straight out right into the rear end of the 22. And you can't do any sort of bumps in these cars. And then everybody starts slowing down. Oh, the 21 did not actually. He just nailed him because that was a very sketchy wreck from our perspective way back here. We were way back, but... I was afraid of being ran over and stuff. I just started lifting super early, and I wasn't sure if they're going to start flying down with him getting hit. Shot him way back up high, so luckily we were able to avoid that. That was just unfortunate for the 22 there. This guy spun his tires a little bit. Oh, yeah, then that guy about killed everybody. That was scary. I forgot about that on that restart. But we luckily did not have another restart the rest of the race. He gets the wall up there in 3rd. And then it was pretty clean throughout the entire thing. We were having some really good, tight battles that entire race. It was very fun. I enjoyed it a lot. The 04 getting stuck on the wall for quite some time. 22 in the 10, almost dying there. That was right in front of me. I didn't even realize that. I didn't realize the extent of everything that happened right there. Because I just remember seeing the 10 in the wall, and he was super slow, but I didn't see that whole thing happen. like I didn't process it at least and remember it. 3 car getting that wall again, getting loose off of turn 2. The 6 car here going out, hitting the wall, trying to wall bounce off it, and that's the end of the race. So that was a very fun one. I could actually feel the sweat setting in now. I wasn't really sweating during the race, but I could feel it now that I'm like calming down and everything. But we get a solid 10th out of that. Very happy with how we ran. Getting a solid top 10 with 2 cautions. We tried to play some pitch strategy and it didn't quite work out. So got the lucky dog luckily with that, and then was able to go get our other sets of tires with like 25 laps to go or something. Had a good run to the end. So let's go see the results and see what we end up getting out of it. Hey, I called it. We said we would get around like 30 something. I need 27 more. Actually, I did not need as much iRating as I thought I needed to get there. But with that, this is definitely the highest iRating I've been at. I've been in the 3900s a couple times, but I have not been this high. And actually, the one car was a pro driver. I did not know that. Good on him. That is awesome. So cool to be racing with a guy with an actual pro license in here. And we did very well. We started 12th, only gained 2 spots, it says, out of all this, but we ended up all the way back in 20th from our pitch strategy lucky dog situation, and it could have been much worse, honestly. So very happy with how we did. Nick ends up losing the 100, getting dead last. That's unfortunate for him with what happened on lap 1. That is just very unfortunate, but we had a very solid race. I'm super happy about that. Gained a little bit of safety as well with the 4X. Wish we wouldn't have gotten that 4X. We would have had a very clean race. And I felt like we were ripping qualifying, even though we qualified about mid-pack. But it was a very fun one. Atlanta, Gen 4, fantastic combo. So I definitely want to run more of these Gen 4 races. But I know they're a long one and all that. So if you guys stuck around to the very end, I really appreciate you. You guys are goats for watching the whole thing. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the race. It was some really good, tight, fun racing that we all stayed off each other for and gave each other enough respect and room. That's how the racing should be, like everywhere, but most of the time you don't get that kind of racing, so it's unfortunate when that happens. So really appreciate you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you guys in the next one.